Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question of the night. Why do people dislike Nicholas Newman so much on The Young and the Restless? I haven't been watching the show that long, and I know that there's a couple people that dislike him, like to no ends. And granted, with me, I'm a new person that's just watching the show, so I don't know all the transgressions that he's done. But compared to Adam, people really can't stand him. And so I want to know from you, the fans, why do you dislike him so much? If you do. And also, if you do like him, why do you like him? Now, I may want to change this title around, but I think for right now, I'm going to sit there and leave it the way it is. What's good, Dolly? What's good, CW? What's good, Mel? Mel, people were asking about you yesterday. How have you been? Dolly says people hate him because he's a condescending tool and a goody two shoes. Last Day on Earth was good. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of why people don't like Willow. Or Darby was good. How you doing tonight? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Last Day on Earth. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I had some friends to sit there and see. I was hanging out with a friend today, so that's why my GH review was a little bit late today. But tomorrow I should be good as far as putting out at some reasonable time. Last on Earth, I'm so glad that you're here. I am. But thank you for joining us tonight. Shauna's here. What's good, Shauna? Darby says, who does Jack like more, Nick or Adam? I don't know. I would sit there and say maybe Adam, but I could be wrong. What's good, Shauna? What's good, Blackmon? Blackmon said, can you pour another cup? How you doing, Blackmon? Thank you for joining. Thank you, Denise. I did. I hope you had a good day as well. Sorry for the late review on GH. Hanging out with someone. So um I wasn't too sure how late it was gonna be, if I was gonna be able to pull it off tonight as far as doing the review. So I'm glad I was able to put something out. Mel says Jack likes Adam more because he has a special place in his heart. Black Man says I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I got to hang out with a really good friend today, so I was happy. And then I get to sit there and hang out with everyone here. Sharonda's in the chat. Who's good, Sharonda? What it do back at you? Shauna says Spencer's a jerk. I can't believe Esme remember. I can believe Esme remember. Yeah, Spencer is a entitled prick. Denise says great day anticipating this chat. Denise, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm glad that everyone's here. Again, at the end of the day, this is my favorite part of the day for me. Is sit there and talk to everyone here, talk to everyone in the chat. Um, I love this. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. But I'm actually glad that I'm doing this now than I did this than if I was doing this years ago, because I was a much different person back then. Mel says I love Adam and Nick both. But I wonder why he actually loves one more than the other. Yeah, CW, he is a self-entitled prick. What's good, Shakira? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, go ahead. I can't stand him either. Nikki said, watch a station 29 and Brando and that. What? I mean, that's what's up. That's what's up, Nikisha. And how you doing tonight, Nikisha? Thank you for joining. And also, yeah, Nikisha, you're right about the whole drinking wine every single day. So yeah, I'm actually kind of slowed down on the wine a little bit because um yeah, that's not good. Every day. I'm gonna do it every now and then, but every day it was kind of getting a little bit too much. Oh no, we all knew what you meant, Keisha. But yeah, thank you for sending me the email. So I'm gonna definitely pick that up tomorrow. What's good, Laura B? Thank you for joining tonight. Mel says I knew that Bill and Rich were going to team up together. Really? No, did you hear about that did you hear about that in a spoiler review? Like how'd you know that? What's good, Makai? Thank you for joining. CW says I knew Sonny wouldn't really care if Josh and Dex were dating. I don't why people thought otherwise. Well, you know, CW is too early to tell, but of course that entitled prick Spencer decided to open up his mouth. So yeah. Hmm. But and what's good, Tracy Stevens? Thank you for joining tonight. Shauna says Esme's too smart for them to. Mel says no, I didn't hear that. I just had a feeling that Bill and Rich would. Wow. I'm surprised because I should tell you the truth. I don't understand how anyone could have guessed that. I mean, maybe Bill, but not Bill and Rich. But I didn't see that coming down. Yeah, Laura B, he's getting on a lot of people's last nerves. Though he says I might be in a minority, but I not against Spencer wanting to take Ace from Esme. I don't think you're. Here's the thing: you're not in a minority of that, Dolly, and I don't think you're in a minority when it comes to Spencer. He is a very, um, he's a very, he's a very difficult character. Yeah, Nikisha, I'm not gonna lie. When you told me that about the whole liver and kidney thing, I was like, oh, whoa, okay, all right, that's gonna end that for a while. No, I'm seriously thanking Nikisha. I'm not going to say I'm never gonna have wine again, but I'm not gonna be doing it like I've been doing it for a hot minute. So thank you, and also thank you for the recommendations. I will be picking that up tomorrow. Oh, he definitely needs to grow up on Last Day on Earth, but I don't think he will though. I think people actually like him that way for some odd reason. Krista says Trina was brilliant today on the surface. Yes, you know, Krista, exactly, and that's the thing. I will sit there and give Trina her points today. She was actually smart. She wasn't whining. She wasn't doing her 3 or 4 days of whining and complaining. She actually used her head. So I was like, oh yeah, Makai, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be bringing back the ice cream. Bring back the ice cream and um I don't know, any other little snacks I could sit there and think of. What's good, Shakir? What's good, Solomon? Thank you. Thank you for joining tonight. Yeah, Makai, I definitely gonna have to switch it up. Yeah, no, I really appreciate that, Nikisha. Hi, Dad. Everyone in the chat, my dad is here, Albert Bostic. Um, my dad says really. Yeah, I was kind of ODing a little bit on wine, pretty much every day. So yes, my dad is in the chat tonight. Yeah. Oh, I mean, you know, at this point, you know, I gotta sit there and keep the noodles. So can't stop the noodles. Um, yeah, no, Krista, like I said, I give her points. You know, she was yeah, she was on the ball today. So yes, thank you everyone for being nice to my dad. I really appreciate that. Thank you everyone. Solomon says in the answer to your question, I the reason why I dislike Nicholas because for the past 15 years he's been acting like a simple-minded, done controlled by. I love that. Oh, get over JJ. Well, to be fair, Solomon, I think that kind of gets the best of most men. So I've been accused of that as well. So I can't sit there and fault him for that as much as I want to. I can't. What's good, Gwen? Thank you for joining tonight. Cat Lady is in the chat. What's good, Cat Lady? Thank you, Black Mod. Thank you for saying that. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. I think for what it really comes down to is I love doing this, and I think that's what just makes doing this so easy, and so fun. It's everyone here that makes me feel so comfortable doing this. So thank you. Denise says these men are puffing their chest this week. Spencer and Dex now. Yeah, but Spencer can't really back it up though. I mean, he couldn't even sit there and back it up with Book, which is a really stupid name, by the way. Darby says, Melanie, please don't be spoiling. Yeah, Mel, I get it. Some people like the spoilers, some people don't. But if you cannot spoil it for people, that'd be much appreciated. Mel, or Melanie. Dolly says, love seeing Kate throw her hands. I'm not gonna lie, Dolly, that was a shock because honestly, tell you the truth, the whole time she was like, "Well, I want you to do this, I want you to do that, I want you to do this," and Megan was like, "Yo, you're being a pain in the ass." But honestly, tell you the truth, I give Kate her props for that. Yeah, but Mal, yeah, if you can, if you can, chill a little bit on the spoilers, though, that'd be much appreciated. Jonathan is in the chat. What's good, Jonathan? Thank you for joining tonight. How have you been? Probably not, Jonathan, because it's kind of late. Like after this, I'm probably going to be going to sleep. But just to answer the question in general, I'm probably not going to be doing days reviews for a while, just because GH and days are literally the only ones I can do in that time frame, and the numbers on days have not been looking good, as opposed to B&B, which have been killing it. But I still will be talking about days on the live stream now. Sharana says I can see her blackmailing him later on when things don't go. Oh god. One says can attend live tonight at Hooters with family watching the basketball game. It's all good, Monique. I hope you have a great time. Thank you for just stopping by, and I hope you have a lot of fun. Man, Monique, it's been a hot minute since I actually seen, well, since I actually been in Hooters. And honestly, tell you the truth, well, I mean, I went to the Hooters by my place, and it wasn't. Let's just put it this way, and I know this sounds kind of in bad taste, but they didn't. None of those women actually put the Hooters in Hooters, so just put it that way. Um, Mike Mackay says, "I wonder if GH will do a tribute for." Oh no, they will, Mackay. They will. They actually already have one planned. I forgot when, but they will do it though. That's what's up, Jonathan. That's what's up. And like I said, one day I'll probably go back to doing. I'll go back to doing days, but for right now, it's going to be GH and B&B. But I'll still talk about it in the chat though, since I'm watching all of them. Man, I actually got to see the first one now. I'm glad you caught that, Ariana. How you doing tonight? Oh, okay. Okay, Denise. Okay, I guess you also caught that. I mean, it's just It's true. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're lovely girls and everything like that. I'm just saying. What's good, Eagle Fang? CW says hopefully they'll make Makai. Eagle Fang says Albert Alexis got roasted hard as hell today. That was a gut punch. Oh, Eagle Fang talked. I mean, Eagle Fang. Brock talked about that too. I mean, it was true. I'm like, sis, you need to just kind of bring it down a little bit. Saying Ariana. Now, Black Ma says, okay, we got we. Black Ma, I hesitate to actually say that, but I was like, you know, it's, I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to say it anyway. Black Man, I try to keep things somewhat PG-13. Shakira says, Albert, maybe because they went to Peacock because Days really not boring. Oh no, Shakira, Days is not boring. It's not the boring part. Days isn't boring. Um, it's just like I said, people aren't watching my Days reviews as much as they're watching GH or B&B. Now, Lanikia, she kills it with Days. Laura B says George had Lyme disease and must be. Yeah, it's something. It's something. Um. Oh yeah, CW. Like I said, she was being extra. But like I said, Lanikia is not there killing it with her days reviews. Um. So I don't know. That might be a reason too, as far as that's concerned. I don't know. Whatever the reason is, it's just not working like B&B. B&B is actually killing it more than my GH reviews. So yeah, Dolly says, I know this is kind of bad to say, but people like their complaints, compliments. GH has a lot more problems than people like. You're right, Dolly. You are. Yeah. I'm lucky to have you in the chat, Dolly. You're very right, though. Now, Black Mount says, go ahead and say, Albert, you're real. Thank you. Thank you, Black Mount. Thank you. I always got to sit there and be a little cautious with what I say, but just saying, you know. Now I'm sitting there thinking about it. I was like, I kind of want to sit there and go to another Hooters just to see what it's like because I haven't been there since a long time ago. Ariana says, what is up with Alexis? Yeah, I mean, what is up with her? I mean, here's the thing. She's using her past experience to sit there and, um, get up in Gregory's face. And I'm like, listen, y'all are friends, but, that's it, accusing this man of something that he's not doing just because of your past and your past with other people isn't right. God says, great, I will have my tissues ready. Wanted to see more of her Marshall and her. Yeah, no, but God, they're gonna do that. I forgot when, but they're gonna do that though. Yeah, I haven't, Dolly, I haven't been to, I haven't been there in a hot minute. Um, yeah, Shakira, Andre Epps also does Days of Our Lives reviews. Blackmon said you're gonna do your research first, Albert. No, I may just actually go in there blindfolded, just see what it's like. I mean, I haven't been there in a while, so hopefully they actually have good food. At the very least, I want them to have good food, even if I don't get the other thing that I may be. Um, I want them to have good food. Let's put it this way. Cherie's in the chat. What's good, Cherie? Thank you for joining. Ariana says you cracked me up. Looking for a better. I'm just saying the one in my town or the one in my area wasn't really that great. Um, I don't know. I think about. It. I don't even remember the food being that great, to be honest. So in the first run, I'd be okay with, but once you start disappointing me with food, nah, nah. Now we got an issue. Black man, I'm so appreciated that you're in this chat. Yes. Oh, nice. Okay, Mel. Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna see that. Lord B said I love Brooklyn Chase also. Yeah, Lord B. A lot of people are just kind of like, at this point. I'm gonna sit there and ask people in the chat about that too. Um, Chris says my husband made amazing wings last night. Nice. Jonathan says, "What do you think of Xander confronting Access?" Um, Jonathan, I liked it. I did, but Jonathan, you know what I found really funny about that whole scene when Alex threw away his jacket, like when he threw down his jacket, he threw it so far. I was like, I don't know if he. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know if he meant to throw it that far when he was confronting Xander or not, but he like drew that like way further than it needed to go, and I just found that part funny. I found that part funny, but I did like it though. Ellie says I feel like some of the waitresses talk too much. At Hooters sometimes I just want them to dip, drop all the food and go. Yeah, well they want those tips, so they want those tips. Cherie says the chicken be dry. Lots of toast are. Yeah, I kind of want to go back there now. What's good, Freddie? Thank you for joining. Monique says, okay, I can chat for a bit. I think people dislike Nick because he is judgmental. I'm getting a lot of that from his character. I mean, from what people are telling me. Krista says Cheech is struggling storylines out to be revamped during April. Hopefully. Dolly says Alex was unleashing his inner anime character that code through. Exactly, Dolly. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would have been cool if he just would have dropped it on the floor a little bit, but like he like launched that thing, and I'm just like, I just here's the thing. I don't feel like that was the take that they wanted, but that was the take that they were gonna get. So I found that part to be hilarious. All in all, it was good though. Yes, Mal, yes. With Keanu Reeves actually. He's coming back to do Constantine 10. So that's gonna be interesting. Last day says Nick always seems like to me he never takes responsibility for his actions. Man. I don't get that sense, but to be fair, I only started watching it this year. So Cherie says the way Spencer treats Dex made maybe it's just me, but it made me laugh. Well, Cherie, you have more patience than me, because yeah, you have more patience than me. Dolly says mostly the actors who play Alex and Xander are such goofballs. They probably play the whole dramatically. Yeah, I imagine that. I imagine that. But here's the thing, Dolly. I gotta sit there and say I am liking Alex way more than I like Ben. Um, yeah. Dolly, did you actually like the episode today, though? And no, I never actually got past the first song. Never got past it. But I'm glad they're doing more for the people that like it. I can't wait till they come out with another Paranormal Activity movie. Krista says, what is everyone looking forward to for the Nurses Ball in the 60th? Well, I can't speak for everyone else, but for me, the fast forward button. I'm going to be speeding through as many of those song and dance numbers as humanly possible. But I hope everyone else has a lot of fun watching it. I'm just being honest, Gwen, I am. Now, Cherie says Robert, Alex, aka Ben, is from Massachusetts, just like me. Oh, nice. Dolly says, I love today's episode. I'm going to be petty and shout out the fact that Paul and Andrew have more relationship development in one episode than try. Well, Dolly, and that's the thing. That's not even being petty. That's just being honest. That's just being honest, because that's the truth of the matter. That's just being honest, and it's sad. But Dolly, again, we all know why. Um, why they actually have Taraya on Wino in the first place. You know it. Catley says for the nurse's ball to be over. Nice. Yes, Ariana, yes. Okay. All right. I mean, listen, like I said, I was good, Becky D. I hope I said hi to you the first time. Sharonda says, I like Nick. He judgy at times, but it's a soap opera. Everyone's judgy. Others, when they do, it's the same thing. Johnson said, I don't care for the performances and nurse balls. I care for the drama that occurs. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I heard that they used to sit there and write drama around the nurses' balls, but they haven't been doing that in a hot minute, though. What's good, Jess? Thank you for joining. Sherry says, why isn't Raya on more? They're adopting a baby. Um, Sherry. Okay, here's what's good, Valerie. Sherry, the reason why they don't have Taraya on, why they don't have Taraya on more is because here's the thing, the only reason why they actually have Tess Mariah on there is for representation. That's it. They don't actually care about them as characters. Otherwise, you wouldn't be putting them in the background like that. So the only reason why they're there is literally so that way the studio can sit there and check it off saying that we care about representation when they don't, which is really sad. And DC's in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to DC. DC says, I feel like you need a fellow Nick fan for this convo. Someone gotta defend the great man that is Nick Newman. That's right. DC is here to defend my guy, Nick. Freddie says Chase and Brooklyn has been sinking like the Titanic. I don't even think most people care at this point. Darby says they are the most boring lesbians ever. The thing is, Darby, the way that they write for them is really bad. That's the thing. I heard at one point Mariah used to actually get really good storylines. Um, and they just stopped caring. It's like they just sat there and said, "All right, we're gonna sit there and do this as a checklist," and that's it. They write them really terribly, and then a lot of stuff that they happens off screen. So it's just like it sucks. Let's put it this way. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Last day, I agree with that wholeheartedly. DC says whoever thinks Adam is better for Sally, please see Dr. Kevin Collins in the openers. I'm praying for you. DC seems like he's coming in. Um, it seems like DC want a lot of smoke. Okay, that's what DC is there. Where he's really snitching, saying he's pretty much just like, give me all the smoke. Yeah, Darby, they don't really write for them well. Well, they don't write for them at all. They don't really care. Because as I'm trying to understand what else can Stark and Phyllis do to Diane, I'm lost in that storyline. Makai, we know what I'm lost about? Why people are so intimidated by Jeremy Stark. He hasn't actually done anything to um, warrant this level of threat. Oh, I'm gonna sit there and go to Paris and then do what? What are you gonna do when you get to Paris? You're gonna chop the bodies up or something like that? Because if you're not gonna do any of that, I don't understand um, why is Jeremy such a threat. Okay, he got in the building that was for security, and then what did he do? What did he do when he got in? Nothing. He comes up to Diane's place and he's like, "Oh, you're back in town." And then what did you do after that? Nothing. So I don't understand why is he so intimidating. I don't get that. China says Audrey and Vicky and Nate snakes. Yeah, I mean definitely Audrey, but at least I understand why she's doing what she's doing now. Mel says I heard that Jeremy Stark is leaving Young and Restless. Oh well, I hope not, because he is making it kind of interesting. Jess says, Albert, what do you think of Trina's plan? I like it, Jess. I like it. I actually will give her props. I actually like it. And Jess, the thing that I really liked is that it wasn't another day of her whining. Like she decided to actually use her brain. Yeah, Jonathan, at one point, Cyrus, yeah, he was more serious. He was more of a serious threat. And then they decided to make him this guy that just quotes Bible quotes and stuff. And at one point he was. That's very true, Jonathan. The Haviland's in the chat. What's good, the Haviland? But no, I like the plan now. And I like the fact that they're actually going to let her use her brain. Now, last day says representation is a great thing, but it matters what you do with them. They're always in the background, like you said. It's just checklist. Exactly. Just a checklist with them. Just a checklist. And it's, you know what, last day? It's insulting. It's insulting for the fans. It's insulting as far as representation. It's insulting all around. And, well, the show doesn't care. So that's the thing. The show does not care. Billy says the only thing I want for Sally is a time machine so she can hook up with the non-crazy version of Thomas. Oh, I forgot Sally was on. Have a good night, to Havlin. Thank you for joining us. Krista says the actor playing Jeremy posted an ambiguous post on social media that he might be leaving. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, Krista, I'm gonna have to see this. Is this on Insta? I'll look him up. Gwen says, "Sorry, I can't stand Nick at all." Gwen, there is no need to apologize for you not liking the character. Trust me. There's a lot of characters I don't like. And when I don't like them, I will drag them through the mud. And of course, X, Y, and Z happens. But no. Calais says, yeah, no, this is the G60, so we should be seeing Luke, I'm sure. I hope so, Calais. Because you can't just sit there and just kill him off screen. Dolly says, I knew the actor who plays Jeremy wouldn't last long. But you know what, Dolly, if that happens, if he just leaves, now, okay, is the actor leaving or is now if they write the character off, that's an issue. If they are writing the character off, that's an issue. Um DC says all these people wanting Sally with Adam, I blame them. Don't blame me for that. I never really had that much of a skin in the game when it came towards that. Blackman says I don't like pillow. I don't like pillow. Pillow Willow. I like that. Yeah, no, I don't know who that is. DC. But I guess that's for the passion people. Lord B says I'm happy to see Holly and I hope Ethan comes to him. Yeah, I don't think that he's doing anything else, from what I understand. That was a good one though, Valley. That was. Yeah, Ariana, it is kind of sad though. I mean, I'm not really so much over it, but I'm just like, nah, DC. I never watched Passions. I didn't start watching. I think the first one I watched was One Life to Live, and I just kept with that for a while. Now Dolly said, I think right. I think they're writing the actor and character off when it comes to Jeremy. I've noticed that men over a certain age don't linger on. Why not? That's just, what, that's sad. Yeah, I believe so too, Mel. Freddie says at the point some secret Willow storyline, either they let the girl live. I know, Freddie. Here, I said this in my review, which I'm going to put up. Already put that up. But yeah, I mean, that's a shame, though. That's a shame when it comes to a Jeremy Star, because I'm like, we didn't. Here's the thing: we don't even get to sit there and see his threat level. People are so afraid of him. Oh my goodness, he's a monster. He's this, he's that, he's a third. We haven't seen Jeremy do anything. So the fact of the matter is, if they just let this dude go, that's that's why not for you. Last place as usual. Sometimes last place. Yes, Ariana. Yes. Oh, by the way, 40 people in the chat, 13 likes. If you're enjoying the stream, hit the like button. Also, can we just try to get at least a 14? Because I don't like the number 13. Like seriously, I would sit there and like it myself just because I don't like the number 13. But if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. Now DC says the thing is back in the day as a man wanting to live in GH where the only souls they were yeah. No, I mean you're not lying, DC. You are not lying. Krista said he wrote in your life to be Ron's in the chat. What's good, Ron? Darby says I don't like Nick because Nick waited on the outside of Adam and Sally relation and started chipping away at it, playing on their insecurities and breaking them up like a jealous rat. Wow. Okay. Yes, Laura B. Yes. Yeah. Well, at least we got to pass 18. I mean, at least we got to pass 13, which is really great. Yeah. But here's the thing, though, DC. I feel like, I mean, granted, that's still a stigma for men as far as watching soap operas. Last day. Okay. Um. Thank you, Becky D. Thank you. Yeah. Wow. We actually got to 21. But yeah, no, I mean, that's just a stigma for men in general. As far as watching soap operas. Earlier says Phyllis and Jeremy plan is to disappear just like Jack and Adam. Yeah. And then come back and spring some sort of trap, but it's like, all right, well, what are you gonna do? That's my whole thing. What this is the whole thing. Now, last day says the number 13 is always bad luck. Yeah. And I saw that 13, I was like, no, 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 no. Certain numbers I don't play with. Okay, 13, 666. I don't play with none of those numbers. Okay. I am superstitious to some extent. Okay, to a lot of extents. Like I don't like splitting poles. Except for black cats. I rock with black cats. DC says most men used to lie and say they're watching JH when they're wise. DC, I remember that commercial. I don't know if you remember that commercial a long time ago, DC. It was on SoapNet. And my Cherie says I had a couple of uncles who didn't watch soaps till passions. Hey, my dad is born in the 13th. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cherie. I'm sorry. I'm just like for me personally, I'm superstitious about that. Oh, W. Wow. Okay, that's what's up. But I remember that commercial on SoapNet where it was like a wife. It was like a married couple, and like the wife would always leave, and the guy would sit there and change the channel or something like that. And then one time she came back and the guy was there watching the soap opera, like he was really into it. So hell, even at my job, there used to be this couple who used to come in. I haven't seen them in a while. They used to come in, and after a while, the wife used to always love General Hospital, and the husband's favorite character, of course, was Sonny. Sonny was his guy, okay? Because he was like, listen, I'm watching with her anyway. Let me see some characters I like, and of course, Sonny just stuck out like a sore thumb. Ariana says, and Rihanna says, when I was in college, we used to gather in the group room and watch shows. Both men and women. Nice, nice. That's a song. Eagle Fang says Willow has had cancer for 10 years. Can we get some in? Yeah, exactly. A lot of people are saying the same thing, Eagle Fang. That's what's up, darling. That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, Greta in high school sit there and watch a lot of soap opera. One Life to Live. And I think I got some people into watching. I got some people into watching All My Children, surprisingly, even though I didn't watch the show. Suri says, if they're writing off Jeremy Starks, do you think he'll be Jack and Diane accidentally? Could be. Could be. Well, yeah, I mean, Dolly, poor Charles was that so. That's what's up, That's what's up, Sheree. That's what's up. And it's always I always like whenever Stephen A. Smith comes in as Brick, you know. And the fact, I think when he was on the Jackal, Steve and the Jackal, whatever, he talked about like how he used to be a fan and his family used to sit there and be a fan and stuff like that. Gwen says, I had an uncle who started watching soaps after watching Dallas, which was a soap. It just was a nighttime soap. Yeah. And that's the thing. What it really comes down to for me, I love a good storyline. I don't care if it's a soap, if it's a Star Trek, a Star Wars. If it has a good story, I'm gonna rock with it. I'm gonna rock with it. You know, and soaps most of the times have really good stories. Cherie says, "I think I want to watch the night show." It is good. It is good. He says nighttime soaps are primetime drama, not soaps. Y'all are breaking my heart with this. Eagle Fang says in the 90s, late Monica was the best soap. The Asa, Ty, Blair, Bo, Nora, Clint, and Tia. That is very true, Eagle Fang. That was my guy back in the day. Asa. Krista says Judy Brown is coming on GH. Who's that, Krista? And as far as like what character does they play? Thank you, Cat Lady. Thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you, Cat Lady. You are amazing. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Richard is in the chat. What's good, Richard? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you again, Cat Lady. Yeah, Cherie, I am truly blessed. I really am. I a lot of times I'm just speechless. Thank you, Cat Lady. Thank you. Eagle Fang's Asa was stubborn, but he was no pushover and his yes, yes, Eagle Fang, yes. That's what I said. Eagle Fang was that dude. I mean, Asa was that guy. Like for real, Asa was definitely that guy. Bobby says, "How do you gift memberships?" Um, That's a really good question. Dolly, how did you actually gift any memberships when you did it? How did you gift memberships? Have a good night, DC. Thank you for joining. Okay, cool. I'm a in that message. Have a good night, DC. Thank you for joining us. It was great seeing you in the chat as always. Cherie says, I wanted to ask you so long ago, did you ever find Michael Easton's graphic novel? No, Cherie, I didn't even know he had a graphic novel. What? The one and only Janet is in the chat. What's good, Janet? Thank you for joining us. Michael Easton's graphic novel. Michael Easton's graphic novel?
Graphic novels frequently mentioned on the web include Soul Stealer, Last to Die, The Green.
Okay, I don't like. Wait, what? Oh, what? Okay, well, that's no. I mean, it's old, 2018. I mean, 2008, but wow. I didn't even know my dude actually did graphic novels. Toby says I did, and all I got was a super chat and animation chat. Yeah, it's called now Dolly. Hold on, hold on. Oh, I'm gonna check it out. Have a good night, Becky D. I mean, no, have a good night, Krista. Now Darby says I did, and all I got was a super chat. All I got was super chats and animation chats. Dolly, did she do something? Did Darby do something wrong? Darby says super stickers and super chat. Yeah, Dolly, if you're still in the chat, let me know what you actually have to do. You know what? How the hell? Let me sit there and see. How do you gift a membership for YouTube?
According to Google Help, become a channel member. 1. Visit youtube.com.
Jesus, okay. Lauren is in the chat. What's good, Lauren? Now Dolly says, it's supposed to be in the same place at the super chat and super stickers. Dolly says it says membership gifting on mines. All right, so I'm gonna take that off. And Darby says I press the dollar sign. Gwen says, wait, wasn't it Rick Forster who, what is Brooks' son's name? Eric. I thought his name was RJ. Siri says, I thought it was the same spot where you click the dollar, but I don't see it. Okay, now it says it said option in for gift memberships. Go on a video page. What? All right, Jonathan. Now, Dolly says, I wonder if your browser affects where it's at. Hmm. That's so annoying. I do actually have it pinned up, though. Thank you for trying, though, Darby. I really do appreciate that. Hopefully, we can figure it out. But just even you thinking of doing that means a lot. So thank you, Darby. Now, Catley says just hit the dollar sign. It gives you three options. Yeah, Darby, hit the dollar sign. Hopefully it should give you three options. Let me see if it works on mine. Wow, I don't even see. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I see. Well, I see it. It says super sticker, super chat, membership, and then at the bottom one says membership gifting. So I don't know if it actually says it on yours, but just hit the dollar sign and it should come up. So weird. Um, Thank you, Darby. Thank you. Lauren says, "Oh, poor baby, are you taking it?" Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling good, Shakira. I hope you do feel better. Thank you for joining us tonight. I really do appreciate that. Why is this screen so dark for? CW says, since Brooke and Taylor are such good friends now when are they going to address the subject of Jack Maronin? Maronian. Marona? Mel says, at least watching Days of Our Lives. Get to see it tomorrow for the week when John and Steve find hope. Yeah, I gotta sit there and say Days was actually pretty decent today. Days was actually pretty decent today. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, Shakira, I hope you are feeling better though. I hope you start to feel better. Freddie says I did like the close up you had on Willow's baby. Yeah. Darby says it won't work on iPads. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Darby. I appreciate you trying. Phones work. Okay. At least we figured it out. Last day says days was good. I missed a lot over the past month. CW says Albert Jack Maroney is Brooke's biological son with Nick, but Taylor Carey. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I heard about that. I heard about that. But no, thank you. Yeah, thank you for cluing me in on that, CW. So thank you for cluing me on that. Darby says works on my phone, not iPad. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Because it's funny, I actually have an iPad too, so I may try and see what's up with that, or why that doesn't work. It's strange. Oh yeah, you're right, Mal. He is supposed to be coming back, but the 21st. Okay. Well, I know. Like I said, yesterday's episode was on B&B was actually good. It caught a lot of people by surprise, and like my friend James always says, they're actually putting the bold in bold and beautiful. They're doing something different. Have a good night, Denise. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate you being here in the chat. Maybe Dex is her son. Maybe Ariana. You know, a lot of that's a funny thing. A lot of people are saying that. So if that comes up better, I mean, if that comes up that Dex is Sonny's son, I think that no one. I think that a lot of people will see it coming now. Ariana. Yes, Sheree. Yeah, James is my guy. Um, James is my guy. He supports me. I support him always. Um, that's just how it is. So I'm looking forward to doing another video with him. Sure, you saw the video with everyone, right? Me, DC, James, and Brock, right? But have a good night, Denise. Thank you for joining us. I gotta sit there. Laura, Laura B says, "I would not be surprised if Dex is Sunny's, but Dex is Sunny, but I would." Hmm. Like I said, I gotta sit there and check to see how many members we have so far. But like I said, once I get to 100, I would definitely be doing a giveaway. So Laura B says, Laura B and Dolly basically say the same thing. That dude has way too many kids. Has way too many kids. Now, Last Day on Earth says B&B needs to keep this up and not go back to the same thing. Yes, like I said, um, it was a surprise, and he left us on a really good cliffhanger for 2 days. Now, Ariana says the actor of Dex originally had a 3 month recurring role that went to 3 years for Maurice Bernard backing him. Nice. Siri says they're all stars watching half before work, and by the time I got home tonight, got settled, you were already live. Yeah, sure. It was a really good collaboration. It was a really good video. Um, Very interesting how our points of views are and just how different we are, but at the same time, really good at what we do. So it was, and for me personally, it was really fun, Sheree and everyone, because I got to sit there and hang out with two people that influenced me in so many ways doing YouTube. Between Brock, influenced me to do GH, and James, influenced me to do this. Um, and Grant says, I'm wondering since Maurice said he didn't want Sonny to have any more children, would Dex be his son or grandson? Joey says, do you think B&B and YNR should swap some more characters to freshen things? Yeah, yeah, Joey, I'll totally be down for that. Yeah, man, it was a good conversation today with those two. Darby says Dex is not Sonny's son, else they wouldn't have put him and Christine together. But Darby, they didn't put those two together. They put Dex and Josh together. And at one point, Darby, they did have Lulu and Ethan kiss. I mean, granted, they didn't know they were brother and sister, but they did have them kiss before they found out. Kelly says hope. Not I want Dex and Christina down the line. Dara's in the chat was good. Dara says Dex looks like he could be Jason's son. That would make him more sense. Yeah, I'll be cool with that. Mr. Bear is in the chat. What's good, Mr. Bear? Yeah, Sheree, it was a really good moment. It was a really good moment. Doing videos with those two, and of course DC is always fun. But with those two being such influencers to me, it was it was really good. It was really special. Mr. Bear says the baseball game messing up B&B just when it's gonna start. Yeah, But you know what, Mr. Bear, it's gonna get it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. Maybe not my views, but it's worth the wait. I vaguely remember that, Glenn. Is that true? I gotta look that up. That's the Bears in the chat. W says, doesn't Michael have a baby with Brenda? You mean Dante? I don't remember. Yeah, me too, Mel. But you know, honestly, tell you, the longer it's been, the more likely that it's not gonna happen. Oh, thank you, Becky D. Thank you, Becky D. Becky D just gifted a membership. So if you're thinking about joining, um, click onto it. We have a lot of fun. I'm gonna be spilling the tea this weekend about some stuff. So yes, thank you, Becky D. Thank you. Yeah, no, click. Thank you, Becky D. Thank you. Becky says, welcome to a new member. Yeah, I hope somebody joins. It's very weird how that works though, too, because it's not like anyone can just pick it up. It will literally sit there and go to somebody who has been in here the most, which is great. But hopefully somebody picks it. Yes, welcome a member. Welcome a member. For real. Yeah, Lauren. He he hasn't. That's Dante though. With Brooklyn and Brenda. What? I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look in that. Vicky says no whatever. Too bad YouTube gets to pick out who gets it. Yeah, that's so weird. That's so weird. Siri says everyone allows your free membership gift. Yeah, I wish it worked where it's like somebody got to choose to go to it. That Idoli says is it picks based on your channel engagement. People also have to have their account set up to receive. That's true. AJ, what's good, AJ? Yeah, it's funny, AJ. We're well. A lot of people in the chat was asking about you yesterday. Yeah, that's very true, Dolly. It just had I'm not in a good mood. I'm sorry to hear that, AJ. I am. I'm sorry to hear that. Becky says yes. Everybody set your accounts to accept gifts. Yes. Siri says if you don't have the membership gifted on you, you can't get it. I definitely will, AJ. Yes, everyone, keep AJ in their prayers. Bro, keep AJ in our prayers and in your prayers. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, AJ. My God. Wow. W says, how long do memberships last? It lasts for a month. Um, yeah, no, definitely my condolences, AJ. Wow. Yeah, Darby, it lasts for 1 month. Wow. I'm, 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 wow. I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. I'm really sorry to hear that. Just know, AJ, I'm always here to sit there and talk. You know, on Twitter and stuff like that. I'm always here for you. Yeah. Laura B says Dante has a stepdaughter, Charlotte, when it's Lulu and Valentine's child. Yeah, but I'm wondering about that other kid. That Brenda, because Brenda left with some child, and I don't know if it's Dante's or not. I don't remember that. Of course, AJ. Of course, we're always here for you. We are always here for you. You know I'm always here for you. So you don't even need to sit there and thank anyone, to be honest. Yeah, yeah, definitely. It was no one tonight. Just says I know she had a son, but I don't remember the father. Yeah, I don't remember the father either. It might. I think you know. I think Jessica. It might have been the Balkan son. I don't know if you remember that storyline, but the Balkan had a son, and Dante, or no, Brenda wound up killing the Balkan son. So I think it was that the son, the Balkan son. You too, AJ. You too. Like I said, we will definitely keep you in our prayers, and just know that I'm here for you. Well, we're all here for you. Gwen says, "Yeah, I know, but I got to go back." Me too. Hmm. Of course, AJ. You never have to thank me. CW says Brenda's son belongs to the Balkan son. Yes. Freddie says, I think if the writers were to think about not letting Sonny have any more kids, he already had Morgan. Yeah. Just as I remember the Balkan, didn't remember them having a son. Yeah, just because Brenda shot the Balkan's son, and so the Balkan came to town to sit there and get revenge on Brenda and Dante, and that's how they got Sean in there. Because Sean was originally working for the Balkan, but I think he switched sides and he wanted working for like Team Sunny and stuff like that. That storyline was so long ago. Sheree says this is a good place to be. It is. It is. Everyone here, like I said, we'll sit there and argue about ourselves. We'll go back and forth about it. Um, at the end of the day, it's like we're all here for each other, and I always have a really good group of people that's chill and very supportive and stuff like that. So you know, that's why I always sit there and say this is my happy place. And this is also why Brock TV also says this is his happy place as well. Darby says Brenda left town pregnant. I don't remember that. Just that he's the one who blew up the limo on Sunny and Brenda's wedding, right? No, I don't think so. I think that was somebody different. Brenda's wedding. Maybe. You might be right. You might actually be right on that. Dolly says Sunny actually told Brenda he was too old to be raising young kids. That's the sad thing. He didn't want to help Brenda raise her son and then had Avery. You're right, Dolly. Wow, you have a good memory. I remember like vague pieces of it because it was so long ago. Yeah, Gwen. I mean, that's what I was saying. I was like, he actually said that. And Rihanna says, definitely my happy place. My reality is brutal. I'm sorry to hear that, Ariana. I'm glad that here's the thing. I'm glad that I can provide a space for people to sit there and hang out and just chill and just have a good time, where people can sit there and just chill and just be fans among other fans. So I'm blessed to be able to do that, and I'm blessed to actually have people that you know are cool. Freddie says, "Oh, then I forgot Avery. Sonny really spreading this." Dolly says, I think Avery should be Morgan's. MRI Sonny is Avery's granddaddy." Becky says, "Yes, y'all make me laugh a lot." Yeah, yeah, yeah. We always have some good people in here that always have some really good one-liners and stuff. So we are definitely blessed by that. Not gonna lie, I wish that membership actually did go to somebody in this chat. Calais says Sonny doesn't have enough kids to be a mobster. You sure about that? Calais, because a lot of people sit there saying that he has too many kids. Darby says, "I'm not afraid to be wrong, and it's fun sometimes to be wrong here. That's why I never get mad at it." Yeah, I try. Here's the thing, Darby. I try not to sit there and take it too seriously as well. I mean, yeah, I'll sit there and roast some characters, and people will kind of get a little annoyed about it. But it's never got to a point where it's just like over the top, you know. Sure. Freddie says Sonny is 60 now. Put a cap, put a cap on it. Cherie says, "How many of the five families are really left right now?" That's a really good question. I mean, you got Miss Wu, but it's like we barely see her. Hopefully, we'll get to see someone Miss Wu. Kelly says he don't not have his son nowhere. Cherie says, "Will the membership save for another day?" Hopefully, hopefully. I got to see how that works because, honestly, to tell you the truth, it kind of annoys me that it doesn't just go to anyone in his chat, and it's annoying because like um I'm gonna look that up and let people know tomorrow because it's kind of annoying. Chloe says, "I want them to recast Donna as a beautiful black woman when she became a teen, and then we can get a scene of Sunny side eyeing Brick." Ooh. But I'm gonna look into that. Cheyenne is in the chat. Cheyenne says, "Daughter Game of Thrones." What's up? What's good, Cheyenne? But yes, I'm gonna look into that tomorrow now. Becky D says, "I got the impression it will go to somebody in the chat, but YouTube gets to pick who." Yeah, I thought that's how it went too. That's how I thought it went as well. And it's just, I mean, don't get me wrong. Hopefully, somebody will sit there and pick it up. Um, and then tomorrow we'll sit there and get somebody new, you know, new to be a member of us. Ariana says you have to drop the hammer on my favorites from time to time, and I don't take it personally. Sometimes I see things differently afterwards. Yeah, Ariana, and that's the thing. Like, you know, it's pretty much what you said, and it's just one of those things where it's like if you talk about certain characters, like if I said, because I've been talking about Spencer like there was no tomorrow, and people have been just like they've been annoyed. But I'm like, listen, here's the thing: I'm not going to change. I'm going to say what I want to say about certain characters, and that's just how it is. Um, some people have a more gentler, nicer approach. DC, Danny Bear 7. I'm not sure about Brock, but I'm like, listen, I'm gonna say my opinion. And you're free to. And my whole thing is like you're free to disagree with me. I have no problem with people disagreeing with me. What gets to be concerning is when people get like annoyed about it. They want to sit there and start arguing instead of just having this little bit of debate or whatever. When it feels like they're taking it personally, then it's just like, ugh. Then it gets kind of annoying. Lauren said, Albert, did you ever find out about the article about Forrest Mars stealing the? No, you know what? Let me Gloria, whenever you're here, you're on time. So never be sorry. I'm gonna pin your comment. Laura, I'm gonna pin your comment because I want to sit there and look into that. What's good, Nate? But Gloria, whenever you're in the chat, I appreciate you being here. Becky D says that's okay, but I still hope he wants to change Katrina and turn into a decent guy. Yeah, I mean, like I said, and that's the thing, Becky D. I'll give him his props when he deserves it. He's just been a pain in the ass this week. That's been my issue. But now I appreciate you being cool, you know. And the sad thing is that on some level I get it. Okay, on some level I get it. Because even before I started doing YouTube, I used to sit there and watch certain reviews or watch certain people. I'm not gonna lie, I used to sit there and get kind of annoyed when um people would talk about my favorite characters and stuff. So I get it, you know. Thank you, Becky. No, I appreciate that, Becky. I really do. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I call out my favorite characters when they're wrong too. Though he says, I don't get why people get so uptight about disagreeing with you, Albert. I'm Team Spencer and Team Spencer and Team Nina, and I know you can't stand out. That is very true. That is very true. Valerie says, Spencer will get it together. Hopefully, I don't know if he will. Cat Lady says, Albert, who's going to be the mob princess, Avery or Donna? Avery, Avery, point blank. I'm gonna sit there and say Avery. From Ava being a former mob person, and then Sunny, Avery. Cherie says, Brock gives no Fs. Like I said, I exactly when um I get it to some extent. I do because it's different when you're just a fan and you're watching this stuff as opposed to being a reviewer. Because I can't speak for everyone else, but for me, um, that's funny, Darby. But as a reviewer, as somebody who does this, I have to sit there and look at all the sides. I can't just sit and ignore certain things if I don't like them. So, but I get it though, you know. Oh, okay, okay. Now, yeah, a lot of people are bung up a lot of stuff with Nicholas that they don't like, and I'm just like, Richard said was gifted a membership by Becky. Oh, whoa. Richard's become part of the squad now? Is Richard? Now I know what you meant, Nate. Dolly says, I love my rich, privileged, crazy, damaged folks. I think it's the Blair Waldorf. Dolly, when you said Blair Waldorf, this is why I'm glad you're in the chat. This is why I'm glad you are in the chat, for real. Exactly, exactly. For real, last day, for real. And I honestly tell you, the truth, I'm glad that you can sit there and see it that way. Richard has joined the squad. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And thank you again. Thank you, D. Thank you. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Like I said, I get it to some extent. That's why I don't take it personally when people come at me when I'm talking about a character. Because at one point I was kind of that person. I was that person. So I get it, you know. Have a good night, Freddie. Thank you for joining. My whole thing is like, as long as they don't come at me too disrespectful, I get it, you know. That's that's why sometimes like it's a double-edged sword because like from my standpoint, I can get kind of annoyed about that when it just gets very aggressive. But at the same time, I get it because I was that person. Hell, to be honest, I might have been that person in Brock's channel at one point. I think I actually was that person in Brock's channel to some extent. Not hugely, but Gwen says don't pay me any attention. I'm still pissed at Nick Newman for cheating with Phyllis. I haven't got no Richard, that Dragon Ball star looks good on you. Nate says, as for your question, the thing with Nick is the man doesn't know when to settle down for himself. He keeps ruining the relationships he's in, sometimes not his fault, and he's so judgmental. Wow. Yeah, I'm learning, and you know that's the thing, Nate, because I've been watching it for years, so I'm learning all sorts of stuff about this character. Um, and I understand, honestly, to tell you the truth, when it comes to like Adam and stuff like that, I don't get why people like Adam over Nick, but judging by a lot of fans' responses, I get it. Yes, Becky D, I will agree that it does look good on them. And Richard, like I said, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun in our members only stuff and our members only live stream. I spill a lot of tea and we always have a good time. So thank you for being on the group. Definitely, towards the end of this month, I'm definitely have to sit there and have a longer list of people to shout out. So we're getting there, people. We are getting there. Last day on earth says Adam is the lesser of the two evils. Yes, Gwen, I will agree. Gloria says I heard that Ray might have a twin brother. It's funny, Gloria, because I think I saw that on Instagram. I think it's about a YNR like fan chat or something like that that does like these spoilers and stuff like that. So I heard the same thing, which is funny, Gloria, because honestly, tell you the truth, it seemed like they didn't use Ray at all. Like they just like I felt like Ray was wasted, like wasted completely. Mel says Nick and Victoria Ice Princess sees Adam as the black sheep. Yeah, Mel, but honestly, to tell you the truth, Adam in some ways seems like he kind of relishes in that, you know? Yeah, well, I mean, it's the truth of the matter. Billy says, I'd rather the actor of Ray bring back on days as Darbo Hernandez. I'll be cool with that. Is exactly Becky D. Exactly. Again, again, Dolly. When you said Blair Waldorf, I was like, I rock with you, Dolly. I do. Cherie says, I like Adam. He deserves some of the leeway Thomas gets on being big. I can agree with that, Cherie. I can agree with that. Nate says the character Ray was wasted for me. I heard the actor who played him may come back to why not, but for the life of me, I don't know why. A paycheck. Nathaniel, Nate, a paycheck. I absolutely. I mean, if that's yeah, if anything, I would sit there and say a paycheck. Johnson says, "Do you think Dex really has it out for Sonny, or is it just pursuing him based on his reputation?" Definitely reputation, Jonathan. Definitely his reputation. Which is again, I feel like he's going to be put in that Dante situation. Sheree says, "I don't." I mean, Sheree says, "I don't have any good reasons, but I can't stand Liam." You know, it's funny, Sheree. Actually, I he gets annoying at times, but I do like his personality, like his sense of humor, his sarcasm. I like. Yeah, Mel. Somebody else was saying that in the chat as well. Dolly says I wouldn't trust YNR if I was him. But you know, Dolly, the same thing can be said about Greg Vaughn in Days of Our Lives. You remember he left because he felt like he felt like he was a backseat passenger in his own story. So think about that though, because Greg, he felt that he's said the same thing. Now, last day on Earth says Adam is so much better than Thomas. Thomas can do anything his family and Hope will go. He is a changed man this time. Yeah, exactly. He's also a talented designer too. Don't forget about that last day on Earth. He's a talented designer because he'll sit there and constantly keep sitting there saying that. Janet says Wyatt has a great personality. Yeah, it's funny, Janet. I feel like I missed out on a lot of stuff that Wyatt was because a lot of people say that. A lot of people's like, "Oh, I want Wyatt back," and I'm just like, I don't get it. But I'm late to the party though. Salma says, I don't know why, but I used to want a storyline where Ray was revealed to be the late Brad Carlton son. I don't know who that is. Yep. It's funny, Dolly, because when you said that, the first person I was thinking about was Greg Vaughn and how much people were really happy that he was back. Gloria says, I would like for Hope to cheat on Liam like he did to her. Yeah, yep. Oh, Dario, thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. Yeah, I'm more, it's funny, Gloria. I wouldn't sit there and say I'm for payback, but I'm for balancing the scales. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Jonathan. Jonathan, you you are awesome. Someone says Brad was Tracy, Ashley, and Victoria's ex-husband and father of Tracy, deceased daughter. Oh, okay. All right, thank you. Thank you for letting me know, Solomon. Yeah, Jonathan, thank you. As you knew I was sitting there struggling with that, I was like, what? So thank you. Lauren says Hope needs to grow a backbone. She is too sugary sweet. Well, I mean, she kind of did. in that setting with Lauren with Liam putting her foot down and being like, I'm gonna work with Thomas to save my life. Because Thomas is the only designer on earth that can sit there and save Hope live. He's the only one. No one else could sit there and do it like Thomas. Rose says this whole merry-go-round with Liam, Hope, and Thomas is just making me sick. Gwen says it's just that back and forth between Hope and Steffi with Liam got on my nerves. Glad Steffi got married. Gwen, and it's funny too because I remember somebody was sitting there saying somebody said that Ben was literally telling Liam like, "Yo, listen, this is my girl now. We not doing this whole merry-go-round thing. It's gonna stop right here." Somebody told me that, and I gotta try to find that clip when Finn actually laid down the law. Johnson says, "But what if RJ turns out to be a better designer?" Jonathan, RJ is actually a designer. Like he does like sketches and stuff like Rich. Because that would be interesting. That that will be. Oh, okay. Yeah, B&B is actually getting pretty good. It sounds like it's going to be really, really good. Dolly says it's stupid that B&B isn't using the search for a new designer as an executive to bring in a new guy or girl that no one's related to. That's true. Cheyenne says Andrew Tate does not deserve to go to prison. Personally, believe he did nothing wrong. Cheyenne, I can't even sit there and I can't say it one way or the other because I don't know enough about that whole situation to sit there and even give an opinion. So it's kind of unfortunate. Billy says maybe Chelsea from R&R needs to spend some time in LA to get over her depression. And that's the thing, Dolly. I know that the actress that plays Chelsea is pregnant, so I wonder what they're gonna do with the character. Like, are they gonna actually have? Are they gonna sit there and temporarily recast her, or is the character gonna go away? That's the question. Lauren says Thomas has done everything imagined to prove that he is crazy and can't be trusted, but yet Hope keeps dealing with this fool. Uh, that is actually kind of funny. I mean, if you watch my B&B review, you know what I said, so I'm not going to sit and even repeat that. Gwen says, do you think Jack and Diane will last? I certainly hope not. I don't understand. Okay, I think tomorrow I need to sit there and ask another question about Diane, about why people don't like her. So I feel like that's going to be the next focus of our talk. I don't get it. I don't get it. So that's a question I think I may save for tomorrow, depending on which way the stories go. But that is definitely going to be a question. Becky says history. Thomas says Diane is a scammer. Ariana says every time she gets pregnant, she balls out for a bit. Her pregnancies are a struggle. Oh, okay. Well, I wonder what they're gonna do, like as far as the character. Are they gonna recast and stuff like that, or someone says, "I'm sorry, but okay, hold on, let me just read that." Someone says, I'm sorry, but Jack needs to move on from Phyllis, and Diane was the perfect woman to help him do that. Diane is obviously a changed person. Don't get why people say I don't understand it either, Solomon. Dolly said they probably sent her out of town. The actress had high risk pregnancies, and they probably want to protect her health. No, I mean that makes sense, Dolly. I'm totally fine with that. Um, but yeah, I just that's what I was sitting there wondering what they're gonna do to the character. As far as the actress, yeah, no, definitely that comes before any show. So I'm totally I'm totally with that. Cherie says I don't like Diane because I like. Okay, all right. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm with it. I'm with it, Cherie, because at least you're honest. So exactly, I'm with it. I'm with it. But I think I'm going to sit there and end the live stream right here, just because I got to wake up early in the morning tomorrow. Um, oh, actually, the battery is doing pretty well. But I will be getting new batteries soon, so hopefully when I have days off, I can sit there and try to do the live streams a little bit longer. Ariane says last time the character left Adam for a bit. Lauren says, I still think that Thomas killed Carolyn. I want to know what caused that aneurysm. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good night, Becky D. Have a good night, Cheyenne. Have a good night, Solomon. Have a good night, Laura B. Have a good night, Mel. Have a good night, Valerie. And again, thank you again, Becky D, for the gift of membership. Thank you, Dolly. Thank you. You are the rock star. You literally you make these live streams really fun. Have a good night, Valerie. Have a good night, Cat Lady. Jonathan, yes, join us next time for another edition of Soul Chat with Albert. Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. Have a good night, Gwen. Have a good night, Cherie. Have a good night, Becky D. Have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, CW. Have a good night, Ariana. Ariana. Have a good night, Ariana. Thank you, Cherie. No, these are a lot of fun. These are a lot of fun. I'm so glad that you're a part of it. Thank you. And yeah, hit the like button on the way out. It really does help out. It really does. Um, Thank you again, Becky D. Thank you. Have a good night, last day on Earth. Thank you for joining us. This was so much fun. This really was. Again, this is always like the best part of my day. And everyone here makes that the best part of my day. So thank you. Have a good night, Mel. Thank you for joining. And like I said, let's everyone keep AJ in our prayers. Have a good night, Gloria. Thank you for joining. And have a good night, last day on Earth. Thank you. Thank you, Becky D. Thank you. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. And I truly appreciate you being here. Um, so thank you. Have a good night, Jonathan. And have a good night, Cheyenne. And again, thank you, Becky D. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate y'all just being here and just being really cool and just making this the best part of my day. So thank you. Have a good night, and I will see y'all in the next live stream.